need to be a lot better than that. We need to have more control of the game at home, especially. And I thought that after last week we'd kind of got there. We'd got kind of a little system of how we look comfortable in possession and we're opening team. But tonight we just weren't. I can't put my finger on it why. We were just so open and a bit sloppy and give up far too many chances.
Yeah. On a positive note, I suppose you gave young Ben O'Brien Whitmarsh a chance tonight. How did he get it?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. I thought that, again, he was unlucky with a chance he had, and I felt he led the line well, held the ball up well, was a threat in behind with his pace. He set up Darragh O'Connor's goal by pressing and putting the centre-back under pressure, which is something that we've probably been missing a little bit. But, yeah, I thought overall he did really well. Yeah.
Just looking ahead, I suppose, like, will there be a lot of the players that are in the squad at the moment retained, or how do you view it? Will players making the exit?
I think if you look at the squad, out of 17 players today, a majority of those will still be here next season. Obviously, there's a few young lads that are contracted for next season, which is good for us. But I'd say as a whole, generally, there'll probably be at least 2/3 of the squad that was tonight will be here next year, hopefully.
And just in terms of overall, like as I said, do you think you're pretty much mathematically? I know Fenn is still playing at the moment, but you are mathematically kind of safe. So does that take a bit of the pressure off you as well?
Not a little bit. Mathematically safe, and I always felt it was going to be very tough for Fenn to get 6 points out of the last 3 games, 2 games, whatever. I think the result last week helped us, obviously against UCD. So I always felt it was going to be difficult. So the pressure is off us that we're now not going to get relegated, but we put our own demands on people and our own pressure on ourselves to do things right, and tonight we didn't.
It's the first home win since May, so it's obviously good to get that off the backs as well, especially considering if you lost to Dundalk next week, you'd be going into the...
Yeah, it should feel better. It should feel better. We've finally won a game and we've scored 3 goals at home, and I know I've won my first game, but I'm realistic enough to know that it wasn't great tonight, and we were hanging on a lot at the end. They hit the post right at the end when they should have scored. Tig was pulling off saves galore, and so I'm realistic enough to know that we've won a game and we've won our first home game, but it's not good enough performance tonight.
And is it the next 2 games all about players now playing for their futures as well?
Playing for the futures, I'm not sure whether that some of them. I think I already know. I think we already know where we are with a lot of them. So I don't think I've left it to them. I don't think I've left it. I've made a decision on the last 2 games. I think the lads here who are going to stay know, and the lads who are going to go no. So I think that the last 2 games really are just about pride and about being a professional footballer and doing your best.
In terms of have you maybe started telling a couple of them already that?
Yeah. I've had conversations with everyone by now. I wouldn't want to say everyone because there's bound to be one player that I haven't spoken to, but a majority of them know where we stand.
Plenty of us were lucky so tonight to get the win, but I mean, if you're taking positives out of it, look in the next season, the performance of Tim Ryan in goal was man of the match. Alec Byrne had another fine 90 minutes, and young Whitmarsh making his debut. Was excellent.
Yeah, I think they all 3 of those boys, like you mentioned, did really, really well. I thought Benham, was bright, was hard working, looked dangerous, which was something we've probably lacked a little bit. A threat in behind with his pace, but I thought he did well. Alec Byrne again is improving all the time. He's looking for riskier balls now. When he first came in, and we've spoken to him about it, so I'm not talking out of turn with him. He used to go backwards a little bit too much. Now he's being positive. He's looking forwards a lot more, which is great. So he'll be a good feature for the squad next season. So yeah, there's positives to take out of tonight and the squad, but overall we could do better.
Yeah. Do you feel that some of the more senior players weren't playing up to pitch tonight?
I'm not sure. I thought Shepherd did really well, and McCormick did well, and so Chops did well. So, just as an overall, I felt that we never had control of it, and we never looked in control of the game. We never looked like we knew when to press. We never got after them enough. We gave them too much respect, just as a whole. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's my fault the way the way training was set up this week. I'm not sure.
They would have been a bit nervous as well, were they? There was a lot at stake, really.
Possibly that it was nerves. I'm not sure. I mean, we're on the telly last week and played really well. So if you're going to be nervous there. But I don't know. There was a lot riding on the game. Obviously, we wanted to get the result and the monkey off our back of haven't won at home. But I'm not sure if players, once they go out on the pitch, they start thinking of stuff like that. I think you're there to do a job, and most of them did it. Just it's hard to pinpoint anyone and say, oh, he was terrible. Just as a whole, we didn't seem. The corner, the goal he scored from a corner, he's got free header. And someone needed to mark him, and someone needed to put demands on people, but we didn't, and obviously we conceded.
How optimistic would you be, Neale, after what you've seen so far since you arrived, and knowing that you're going to make changes for next season? There's going to be a lot of changes, but how optimistic are you for next season? Can you say?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic that we'll have a good squad together and we'll do well next year. I look at the teams we've played so far, and albeit all right, the results have not been unbelievable. I don't feel that we've been that far off behind the teams that are above us. So obviously the Bows game last week, the Finn Harps game. The Finn Harps game here, but the Waterford game here. The Sligo game here. I felt that with a goal either way, we would have been possibly got the win. So if you're comparing it to other teams and other squads in the league and how well they're doing, then I'll be confident enough that I could put a squad together that would be as good as that. So that's where I'm judging it from, and I'm confident I can do that.